Hey guys, in this video let's see how to replace the air filter and the spark plug on the Vstrom SX250. Here I have the OEM Suzuki air filter. This is the NGK MR8E9 spark plug. This is the normal resistance type one. This is not the iridium one. More details I'll let you know later on. Proceed by removing the back seat cover. The toolkit that is provided here is self-sufficient for this DIY project, and I recommend using the tools from this kit itself, the reason for which you'll get to know in some time. Next, we'll remove the front seat. To do that, you have to loosen these two Allen bolts. Once you remove the bolt, just glide out the front seat. This black box you see is the air filter cover. Next, start by cleaning the places around this air filter cover. This step is highly recommended because you don't want any dust entering the throttle chamber once you remove the air filter. The air filter cover is secured by 5 screws. 3 of them are visible right in front of your eyes, but 2 of them are hidden. First, proceed by loosening these 3 screws. To access the remaining 2 screws, you have to remove the LHS cover. The LHS cover is held upon by 2 Allen bolts. Proceed to remove them.
It was at this moment that he knew. He f***ed up.
The Allen key that I used was not of the right size and it wasn't compatible with the Allen bolt, because of which I ended up slipping every time I tried to loosen the bolt. Somehow at the end, I could loosen up it just enough so that I could remove it. Put pressure on the bottom right as shown. Slide out towards the left to bring out the LHS cover. You can see these rectangular plastic hooks which gets hooked onto these slots, and they get released when you slide it out towards the left. These are quite flimsy and the plastic might break off if you try to put a lot of force, so be careful. Now the remaining 2 screws are exposed. Proceed by removing them as well. Once all the screws are removed, now you can lift the plastic air filter cover. To do this, gently apply some force and lift the cover. You might feel some resistance because of the electrical wiring of the bike. Just wiggle the plastic cover around and it should slide out. This is the condition of my air filter after riding about 8,500 kilometers in a combination of both the city and the highway environment. The OEM air filter is supposed to run for 15,000 kilometers, but anyways, since I drive in quite a dusty environment, so I feel comfortable changing it a bit earlier. Make sure the inside of the air filter body is clean. Remove any visible dust, or you can wipe off if any moisture is present. While placing the new air filter, just make sure that you have this particular notch matched to the top right corner. Once placed, the remaining is quite intuitive. Replace the air filter cover back into its socket. Make sure the inlet holes are facing towards the right. Once again here, you might feel some resistance because of the electrical wiring. You can lift the electrical wiring and slide the cover back into its place. And then tighten all the screws and replace the LHS cover. Now let's proceed to replace the spark plug. Remove the spark plug cover by applying an upward force. Next, I'll be using these tools which come as part of the bike tool kit. Insert the wider part of the hexagonal socket onto the spark plug. Next, using the 17 mm spanner, you can proceed to loosen the spark plug. Once it's quite loose, you can remove the rest of the spark plug with your hand itself. Here you can see a direct comparison between the new and the old spark plug. The old one has run for greater than 8,500 kilometers. The light brown tint on the ceramic holder of the spark plug shows us that the performance and the health of the engine is optimal. If the ceramic part of your old spark plug looks much more white, it might mean that your fuel air mixture might be running lean. If it's much more darker and has a carbon deposit, it might mean there's a rich fuel mixture. The spark plug clearly is an indicator of your engine's health. As mentioned earlier, I am using the stock OEM spark plug. If you wish to use an iridium spark plug, here is the appropriate part number. This I've taken it from the NGK website, the link for which is in the description. Using the hex connector as an extender, you can install the new spark plug. To tighten it, you can use your hand until you feel some resistance and it is finger tight. Then, using your spanner, you can tighten it a little more. Be quite careful. Don't over-tight your spark plug. That might result in cracking the aluminum cylinder head. On the other hand, under-tightening it can also result in a decrease of performance and entering of dust within the cylinder. You must tighten it just so enough that the washer gets crushed and a proper seal is formed between them. Half a turn after finger tight should be sufficient. That's it guys. Replace the spark plug cover back to its position and you're done. Periodic changing and maintaining your bike will definitely improve your overall engine health and give you a better economy. Here is my mileage after riding 500 kilometers post the filter and spark plug change. That's it for this video guys. Thanks for watching. Please do subscribe and leave a comment if you have any queries. Thank you.